Hey everyone, I hope everybody had a great summer. I'm back. Just took some time to, from making content, but I hope everybody had a great summer and enjoyed it. Tonight I wanted to talk to you guys about a experience I had a few weeks ago. 2 weeks, no, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had the opportunity to meet one of my childhood idols, John Schneider. And if you don't know who John Schneider is, he played Bo Duke on the Dukes of Hazzard. He was also on the TV series Smallville. And I get to meet him at a RetroCon. Now, when I went, I didn't know what I wanted, what to get signed. But I remembered I had a picture I drew when I was 4 years old. And my dad's friend had it laminated and framed. And this is the picture right here. And it doesn't really look like a General Lee, but more like a General Lee truck, but it was the best I could do at 4 years old. Anyway, I took that to RetroCon with me, hoping to get the guys to sign it. Now, John Schneider's line was out the door, but I did schedule a time to get a picture with him at the General Lee. So I did get Tom Wolpat's autograph that day. And I told him, hey man, I drew this picture when I was 4 years old, and he was very impressed. As you can see, he put, I don't know, I know it's going to be backwards, but he put, "It's so beautiful, Tom Wopat." So an hour or two later, I went and met John, got a picture with him, and then I wasn't going to get back in line to get his autograph to sign, for him to sign this. So I went home. I was like, I'll come back later. I don't live too far from where it was. And then I fell asleep. So I was like, well, maybe I'll go back the next day. And I got up and it was raining. I was like, I don't know if I really want to go out there again. But I was sitting on my couch and something told me, go get your picture signed, because this whole half of the frame was empty, and it was on my, I have a bunch of pictures with people on this wall here, and it just looked incomplete. And I got another voice in my head said, bring him your book too. And I was like, now John had just lost his wife in February, and the reason, obviously I wanted to give him my book because a lot of things I follow him on Facebook, a lot of things he deals with or he talks about and discusses on his Facebook page is everything I wrote about in my book. And I'm like, wow, this guy, not only is he my childhood idol, but he talks about everything I wrote about. And I was like, I have to tell him about my book. If he takes it, he takes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. So, I went on Sunday. It wasn't too busy, and I think I was like 6th or 7th in line. And he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, good to see you again." And I just thought in my head, I'm like, I think he remembered me. I could have died right there, and I would have been the happiest guy in the world. And so I told him about this, that I drew this when I was 4 years old. I know the lighting is getting in the way here. I drew this when I was 4 years old, and I actually remember drawing this picture because you see where the 0 is in the 01 in the car? I purposely didn't color that in because you wouldn't see the 0. This was the mind of a 4-year-old. So I told him about it, and he goes, wow. He's like, I can't believe you kept it for so long. And I go, yeah, neither did I. I go, but Tom thought it was beautiful. So he put, nice work, John Schneider, on it. And now that picture is complete. Now, that's also funny because, we all, things happen for a reason. That's a perfect example. If that was never framed, I probably would have lost the picture. I kept it all these years, and those guys never signed it. I mean, it took 43 years to happen, but hey, it still happened. So I chalked that up as something that it was meant to be. So after I had him sign it, I said, hey, John, I want to give you something if I can. And I told him that I wrote a book about twin flames and soulmates and stuff like that, and with my personal experience with Laura. And he goes, oh, really? And I said, yeah. I go, I wanted to give you my book. I'm like, maybe it will help you out. And he looked at me, shook my hand with tears in his eyes, and he says, thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. He was like, I'm going to put it right here. And again, I could have hit the floor when I give my childhood hero a book that I wrote. So that was a big deal for me. Now, if he ever read it or not, I don't know. He may have, he might not have, but hopefully he did. So we'll see. But I just wanted to share that story with you. And I also I'm going to put a link in my comments of an interview he did with a news channel about him talking about his wife and the mourning and the grief that he is going through and the things that he has dealt with since her passing in February. And it's a lot of things that I put in my book. So I wanted to share that with you. And I wanted to come on and just tell you guys about it. So I hope that you enjoy it. The video will be in my comment. And you guys have a good rest of the night. Talk to you later.